Fuck up the night, fuck up the night, yeah. Fuck up the night, what a hell of a night. We gonna fuck up the night. Bring your friends and release your cat. We gonna fuck up the night. Brrr, cat. What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. So welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all social media. Instagram, A Connection TV. Twitter, Wes the Good Guy. Listen, I'm here to talk to you about one of my favorite shows, The Challenge, episode 13, entitled Best Friends for Era. Yes, indeed. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Olivia Michelle, because Olivia Michelle and Cara made targets last week. And so we need to see how it's going to turn out, right? Let's get into it. First off, y'all need to go watch my interview with Kylan. If you didn't watch my interview with Kylan, aka Baby Daddy, you need to go watch that interview. It was a really good interview. And he said we're going to talk again before the season is out. So hopefully we can make that happen. I think Kylan is a great dude. And yeah, I found out some good information. I found out information about like payment and found out information about like stuff. It's a lot of stuff, he said. But yeah, hopefully it's not another 11 episodes before we speak again, because I can't remember everything that's happened every episode. I mean, I have like 30 questions per episode, and I'm not going to sit there with him. Although Kylan can speak a lot and for a long period of time. So yeah, you know, I'm sure we can talk about any and everything. That's how cool Kylan is. Shout out to you, Kylan. Thank you so much for doing the interview. You're super dope. And thank you for, you know, accepting the title of Baby Daddy. Yeah, I appreciate it. I also learned some other stuff. I mean, when the camera was off, we started talking. And because I am a good person and, you know, I believe in, you know, loyalty and all that, I'm not going to say what we talked about, but it was some good tea. Anyway, shout out to Kylan for coming through and, you know, being a man of his word. Yeah, for little old me. You know, nowadays, it's like I look at all the YouTubers and they're getting like high numbers and stuff like that. And I'm like, ugh, that used to be that guy. Like back in the way day when YouTube first started, like I was one of the guys. But now it's like YouTube is so oversaturated and this, that, and the third and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, and a lot of my subscribers, I have about 150,000 subscribers. And it's like the way that YouTube keeps, anyways, for the people that watch, I appreciate it. Let's get into this review. Johnny is still in the house. Yay. As he comes in, he breaks the center of the door, like he puts a hole in it and knocks the wooden panels out. And I'm like, okay, I know people with behind the scenes are like annoyed and like aggravated. And then he mentions Cara, and it becomes like this Cara and Johnny thing. I don't think this video is going to be long, by the way. I just don't, there's nothing to talk about. And so Johnny thinks that Cara is playing the fence, and do we really care? I don't. Johnny, being Johnny, then decides to ask, why can't Josh cheer for me, Michelle? What is that all about? What's the problem? Derek is trying to cook or teach Michelle how to cook, and they're making tacos or quesadillas, whatever, they're making something. And Michelle is really not in the mood to talk about this. Now, this particular shot was heavily edited. It really, really was, because like one moment Michelle's cooking, then the next moment Michelle's going like this, then the next moment Michelle is out talking to Josh, then the next moment she's cooking again. I was like, okay, this is really chopped and screwed. I really don't know what's happening here. Michelle's not in the mood. She doesn't care. Josh can be friends with whoever he wants to be friends with. But like Baby Daddy said in the interview and on TV today, he said Josh can be friends with whoever he wants, but he can't align himself with everybody. You know, you have to pick and choose your allies and make a side. You can't be allies with Michelle, then allies with this, and then allies with this one. And that's why Josh keeps sitting around looking confused. I love Kylan, because Kylan knows how to put people together. And like he said on the interview, he said there's some things that he could always say, but he's like, why say it? Because he's one of those people that doesn't attach themselves to feelings with words. And so where he could really harm you by the things that come out of his mouth, he won't receive such harm because he don't really give about what you're saying out your mouth. So, you know, Kylan, I want to get a drink with Kylan. I don't even know if Kylan drinks. I've never seen him drink on the show. Has he? He's always at the bar, but I've never seen him drink. Have I seen him drink? I don't know if he drinks, but I would like to drink with Kylan. I think a conversation with him outside of like TV it would be nice. It would be comforting, and I think we would laugh a lot. Olivia misses Theo, and I can understand that because Theo is fine divine wine, okay? And the girls talk about, the non-angels talk about wanting their feet massaged. And I'm like, okay, what is this? Why is this hour and 30 minutes about massaging feet and who's getting their feet? This episode was stupid as hell. Like, it really was. And then we see Tori and Tori and Jordan with his like leg massager things, whatever the hell those are. And Josh, and they're, this reminded me of an episode of Cosby's where they were teaching them teaching them how to breathe when all the women were pregnant or whatever. But in walks the most bubbliest of bubbliest bubbles I've seen in a long time. And blessed be the man that recorded this. It has to be a man. A man had to have been behind that camera because I don't foresee a woman honing in at Corey's buttocks that whole like minute that he was walking in trying to figure out what he wanted to do to these people, because I felt like he was going to slap one of them on the legs. Baby, I was in heaven of all heavens, okay? Because when he walked in, I was like, who the fuck? Who got that fatty on him? Then it panned out and that's Corey. And then he just walking back and forth. He ain't had no drawers on. It was shifting from the left to the. I know he married practically and got kids and he don't like men. I get that. But MTV put it on my screen. So I'm responding to her. Baby, just got me together. You hear me? And then, he got the little S curl, the little Superman S curl hanging right over his eye. It is hanging right over his eye. And then it's like his symmetrical face and clean look and just, ooh, Corey fine. Now, Corey. Between him and Kylan, child, they take me out. Just take me out. Corey, the one thing that I have an issue with Corey is that Corey seems to align himself with the wrong folk, like folk that aren't pushing the needle. Corey will align himself with these folk, get past these folk, and then realize that he was aligned with the wrong folk. And then he has to go shopping around for other folk to be aligned with because there's none of his people left. And he's waited too late. Do y'all realize he does this like every season? Every season he does this. Now, I love Corey, but every season he does this. And I'm like, first of all, I just couldn't imagine why Nehemiah was his pick of all picks. I couldn't imagine that. Then speaking, and no shade, I like Nehemiah, but I said what I said. And then on top of that, Kylan mentioned, it was really no benefit in getting with the guys and they had tried to make it work. But the reason, in my mind, I surmised coming out of the interview with Kylan, the reason why their conversations probably didn't make the day of light because they had a rocky start and the guys helping the guys really wasn't the thing. The guys had to really partner with the women and the women had to really partner with the men. So Corey like chiming it up with Nehemiah every freaking episode up until Nehemiah's demise. And now we finally see, there was a moment where Rachel spoke to Corey, but that didn't amount to shit. Now we see Corey talking to Cara and talking to Tori. Corey is talking to Tori and he's like, I know who your number one is, Jordan. And know your number two, Josh. And what I'm right after, Tori's like, You gotta like Tori for her honesty. And then Josh was like, well, how's it go Corey was like, how's it go for Josh? And he was like, you, then Rachel? Well, at least Tori knows where she sits. And Corey is trying to grab at straws to figure out where he sits. And this is my problem with Corey. This is why Corey always seems to fall short. Outside of making it to the finals and coming up short in the finals, he either makes it to the finals and falls short, or he gets booted out through eliminations. And I'm not going to say he's like the male Anissa, because he makes it farther than Anissa usually, but that's what he's ending up at, and it's not because he's a layup. I would only have to surmise that it's because of his social game or the lack thereof. Because why are you finally, after all these seasons, having an actual game conversation with Cara? I don't understand. I don't get that. And I don't know what we're missing. I feel like instead of seeing Corey and Nehemiah talk all these damn episodes, we should have seen Corey trying to holler at Cara. Or maybe he wasn't. And maybe that's the issue. And now all of a sudden they're having conversation. Like, am I the only one that's seeing this? We get to the challenge and it's this big 40 dug in the ground. And I'm like, okay, this is super dope. Everyone's running through. Michelle has the penalty for a minute. The ladies go 30 seconds first, then the guys, then the minute penalty applies to Michelle. Jenny, and Rachel are working together as if this is going to gain them momentum and they'll potentially win. But okay, no, you can't really work together during the puzzle. At least I'm assuming, because we get to the point where Cara wins, Jordan wins. There's no point in talking about this. Cara wins, Jordan wins. Yay for Cara, finally. And it's up to Michelle and Aviv at the end. Michelle, puzzle queen, can't get it through her head to figure out how to make these balls into a pyramid. But you hear the girls cheering her on. Now, Olivia got it done before Michelle. And so I'm like, if that's the case, why isn't Olivia and or Cara or Tori telling Michelle how to put the puzzles together? Now, I'm only to assume that they couldn't do this during the actual game, but they could do whatever they want in the elimination. I don't see how we're fixing to say that the elimination you can help, but during the game you can't. That doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't be able to help at all, or you should be able to help. That's how I feel it should be. Because if I'm Olivia and I just won, and I know that in order for Michelle not to go against me, that I need to help her to tell her how to do this puzzle, bitch, I'm helping her to tell her how to do this puzzle. I can understand that. I'm gonna need someone to clarify that. Maybe Kylan can clarify that for me. Kylan, can you clarify that for me, brother? Olivia won before Michelle. Why couldn't Olivia help Michelle figure out the pyramid puzzle? I'm confused. Can you let me know what was going on with that? Because y'all can help each other in elimination stay in the game. Why can't we help people during the game stay in the game? Jenny and Rachel were walking hand in hand together in the 40. I'm confused. Kylan, help me out. We get in the car or the bus or whatever they're riding to get back to where they need to go. Johnny and Aviv are playing footsies. Cara. Michelle says, can I play footsies too? And then out of nowhere, Johnny loses it. Now, I need some people to explain to me, why the hell does Johnny care that much that we're poking fun at him playing footsies with Aviv? I'm so confused. Then the whole episode was about, then Jenny comes on, yeah, I can understand you're going after Johnny, but to go after Aviv, that's just spineless. That's horrible. You're a terrible person. Aviv doesn't deserve this. Bitch, what the hell are we talking about here? Oh, Aviv, like, why is it this huge thing that Aviv is, I'm attacking Aviv because I'm saying, can I play footsies too? I don't understand this. These are grown-ass adults. And how is that disparaging or disrespectful to Aviv? And then Johnny is like, you're taking low blows. What are we talking about here? Then in my mind, I'm like, is Aviv married or something? Like, isn't this what Laurel did to fucking Darrell when Laurel pointed out that Darrell was getting a massage from Emily and that it didn't look right? That was low blow. And I didn't see anybody coming after Laurel. So I'm confused why we're making this a huge big deal about Johnny playing footsies with little old Aviv, literally speaking, unless she's like in another relationship. But then hold on, wait, there's more. Because later on in the episode, Aviv says, yeah, I like him. And so the whole episode is about Michelle talking about Aviv. Well, she wasn't talking about no goddamn little ass 4 foot of Eve playing fussies with some Johnny. She was talking about Johnny. And Johnny took all the heat, but he wanted to splash it all on Aviv and make it seem like Michelle was making it about Aviv and Johnny. And it wasn't about that. I'm like, I really don't understand. Like, why is this a storyline? Why is this story? Why are feet even in this? I'm so confused. Then we get a moment where Aviv gets the courage to walk up to Michelle and Olivia, and she's like, yeah, I really didn't appreciate you for, bitch, what are we talking? Get out of my face, Hope. Get out of my face. Like, what are we talking about? I'm not apologizing for some goddamn feet comment. But how are you taking offense to that? Like, I'm so confused here. Somebody enlighten me. I thought Aviv was lesbian. So I'm like really confused. I don't understand why this is made a big deal and why this is like 40 minutes of this goddamn episode. But you can give me 40 minutes of watching Corey back and forth. That cameraman keep pointing at Corey's back. Let me see that for 40 minutes before I come worrying about some footsie bull crap with Aviv and Johnny Bananas. What? I skipped the part when Jordan got smacked on the ass by baby daddy number one. I skipped that part. But I just had to bring that back because I was like, can I be in the challenge and win? And, Corey can smack me on the butt. I want that. Michelle says she can't say Kylan's name. I appreciate it, Michelle. Not that Kylan needed your... Let's be clear. Not that Kylan needed your help, okay? But whatever. Like, it is what it is. I appreciate you for having respect for baby daddy. I appreciate you, but I appreciate you though, Michelle. This is cute. But then Corey, here we go. Corey grabbing at straws, trying to figure out who he can align with at the last minute. Corey, really, this is not going to help you, brother. This is not going to help you at all. You're going against Derek, the gay boy that's left in the show, the gay boy that loves all the women and probably, braids their vagina pubic hairs. Like, are you really thinking that you have it made over Derek? Come on now. He wears wigs and he acts feminine with them. Like he plays the games. He's the caricature of the moment most times. And he seems to be lovable and people like him. So like, what, Corey? Like it's too little, too late. Almost does count in this. Well, actually, no, it doesn't count. Yeah. Almost doesn't count. Corey gets this like haphazard, half-baked, I got you, Corey, let me think about it. But Michelle doesn't really say it, but she's like, not really gonna pick you, Corey. Then Corey has this conversation with Cara, and Cara's like, yes, we're the only ones left. We should have each other's back. I'm like, y'all took too goddamn long to get to this point, but okay. And then, Corey's like, I have to be honest, Michelle's my number one. Cara was like, bitch, please. You really think Michelle's gonna pick you? Like, that's what she really said, but she didn't say that, but that's what she really said though. Because even when Corey said that, I said, bitch, please, you really think Michelle's gonna really save you over the gay boy? Let's be clear, it's not happening, okay? And so Cara was like, really, but what's gonna happen when she says your name? Then Corey's like, yeah, I'm gonna just have to come back to you. Like, what? First of all, Cara would be first over somebody's Michelle. I'm just sorry, but Cara won. So, she can't really help baby daddy. So it is what, damn, this shit is 20 minutes. Let me wrap her up. Michelle starts crying at the restaurant. I really don't care. We get to the elimination and right out the gate, Olivia is doing well. And I'm not going to say I'm shocked, but I'm pleasantly happy for Olivia. She's not partnered with anyone. She doesn't have anyone attached to her hip. Like Horacio. And so it's nice to see her be able to at least get to the puzzle, the physical part, get that done before Michelle. Unfortunately, she screwed up on the puzzle. And I'm going to tell y'all, like I tell y'all every time when I'm doing Big Brother, I got the puzzle the same time Michelle. Actually, I got it before Michelle did. At least the way the edit showed, I got it before Michelle did. I mean, you got to think about what's going on. It's an elimination. Not eliminated tonight, baby. And I said it right before when the camera said, oh, Michelle got, oh, I was already spelling her. I was already spelling her. Michelle ends up winning. And of course, she puts Johnny up. Of course, she puts punk ass Josh up. Josh is cheering for her and shit. I'm like, bitch, don't cheer for her. Like you're being picked. Like, cut it out. You're getting picked. And then she has to choose between Derek and Corey, and she says, I'm gonna choose this person because of Olivia, and I love Olivia, so I'm gonna pick Derek. What? Whatever. Anyways, Corey's going in, and Corey's gonna have to fight again. I want Corey to fight against Josh. I want Corey to actually win a challenge so he doesn't have to be picked, or fight against Josh. But here's my prediction. I don't think Corey's going to win. I don't. I love Corey, but I don't think he's going to win the next game. He's going to have to go in elimination. More than likely, it's going to be up against Josh, and he's going to send Josh home. That's my prediction, because Josh is not beating Corey in this. He's not at all. Matter of fact, let me see if Josh has ever won an elimination. Let's read off Josh's stats, because Josh becomes a Johnny's Angel. He's that much of a say. Okay. Let's see Josh's stats. We're going to read it. Josh has 22 daily wins. They must be including like the partners and the groups and the eras and shit. Because Josh did not win no 22 goddamn times by himself. There's no way. There's no way. Josh has 6 eliminations, 5 losses, and 1 win. I don't know who that 1 win is with, but whatever. Whatever. And then money won. He won $3,000. Then he went to the Challenge USA 2. Daily wins 1, elimination 1, and that's when he lost. Okay, he didn't win that. Who the fuck did he win an elimination against? 5-1. 5 losses to 1 win. The fuck? Like, what? Let's look at Corey. I gotta look at Corey. I gotta look at Corey's stats. Like, let's go, Corey. Let's go, Corey. Let's go, Corey. Okay, so Corey was on Real World Explosion, okay? And he has 22 daily wins, tied with Josh. What? That's crazy. I would say Corey has more singular wins than Josh, though. Josh did not win 3 times by himself. Like, what? No. Daily wins 22, eliminations 14, 10 wins and 4 losses. So his odds are way better than somebody's Josh. Okay. He's won $113,750. Money won. He winning something. I can see why he keep coming back. Chimps versus Stars, 1 win, 1 elimination, 1 loss. Challenge USA Season 2, 4 daily wins. Okay. Listen, it is what it is. What did y'all think about this episode? Let me know your thoughts below. And yeah, let's chat it up in the comments. So I'm thinking about creating an all West YouTube. My AK Nation TV YouTube is like all over the place, which is why I only get a pocket of people here, a pocket of people here, a pocket of people here. I think I'm gonna do an all West channel, like all reviews, all West, like TV reviews, everything. Like my chat, like I'm gonna call it Chat West, and then I'm gonna do a Mona Simone page. And just have all the Mona Simone stuff like that. Because you can't do a little bit of a lot on YouTube. You have to stick to one bag and focus on that one bag. That's the only way that YouTube recognizes you. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Have a blessed night. Deuces.